Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Tuesday, but we've got this one of this week's new releases. This is Captain Marvel #1 from Marvel Comics. It's one of their big releases for the week. A pretty big comic that a lot of people are looking forward to, and I think a lot of people will be looking for based off of the film that's going to be coming out. This is actually a comic that I'm going to say do not judge it by this cover. I do not enjoy this cover. It's just not. I just don't like the way Carol looks and the art style. Like, I actually dig the layout, but art's that. The interior art, though, is fantastic, and overall, I think the comic is really, really cool. So, the comic's written by Kelly Thompson, artist Carmen, Carnero, colorist Tamra, Bonvillain, letterer Clayton, Cowles. So, obviously, there's been some big shakeups in Carol's past. There's a recent miniseries. You don't necessarily need to read that to pick up this comic at all. You can just go here, start from this. Carol's back on Earth. She's no longer in space dealing with the stuff and needs to kind of catch up with everyone. And that's what a lot of this comic is about, catching up with her friends. There's Jessica Drew is the first person she's dealing with. Spider-Woman is right with her in the first battle. She deals with Tony Stark, which is interesting, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And then James Rhodes, her ex-boyfriend who died and is back alive, because that's the way comics work. So a lot of the comics is just kind of dealing with that, plus the fact that she's kind of grounded in a way. She's no longer flying around in space, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. She's back on Earth, and, people don't quite understand that. They don't get the whole space thing. So she's got a little bit of a PR issue, and that's where Tony comes in. And that's kind of my only gripe of the comic, is that her and Tony were a little bit buddy-buddy. Other comics have had them more at each other's throats, as they should, since, they were at each other's throats with the whole Second Civil War story. And I feel like though there's been issues in series where they've kind of dealt with things a little bit and reconciled a little bit, I feel like things would be a little bit more rough between them. Like, I could see her calling him like a douchebag or something like that. I mean, it's comics. I can really probably maybe do that, but it just felt like she was a bit too friendly with him, and he a bit too friendly with her. Especially since, he died as well. So yeah, Carol was getting people killed, but that's a whole other thing. So the comic, that was like my biggest gripe. This is a solid debut, though. This is a really solid debut. It has her back on Earth, doing her thing, great friendships, solid writing, the pacing is fantastic. It's very Sorkin-esque in the pacing of just, dialogue going back and forth. In that good way. Like, Kelly Thompson, I think, nails it as far as the speech pattern and the beats when it comes to that. There is no time wasted. I found myself laughing a bunch of times. The fight is great, just for the witty banter and stuff going back and forth. Like, this was a comic that I enjoyed. It put a smile on my face. And then we get to the end. There is a battle with a villain, Nuclear Man, which I really do not remember beyond Superman 4, and it was not the same Nuclear Man. There's some stuff said with that I'm sure is going to piss people off, certain groups, MRAs. I'm sure that they are not going to be fans of that, but you get to the end, and there's a twist there of where the second issue is going to take us, and I'm down. This is definitely something we've sort of seen before with Captain Marvel. I don't want to give it away as to what it is. We've kind of seen spins on this with some other series a little bit, but the way it's presented, the art style and everything, it's just badass. And the only word I'm going to say is the word this ends with is revolutionary. Revolutionary, and that word just is kind of on the page, on this full page image, this full page spread, and it's just a badass moment. So as I said, don't judge the comic by the cover. I think the comic art is way cooler. This is a sweet logo page spread, but this is the type of art you're getting. Some really good panel work, cool character design. I think they look really good. It's just solid artwork. I enjoyed the comic. I love the art. Love the comic too. Love the art. This is just a really, really, really good comic. Great debut. really solid. I'm thinking fans, people who want to start reading Captain Marvel due to the film, or people coming to Captain Marvel due to the film, like, this should be a perfect jumping on point. So check it out. Like, if you've wanted to start reading Captain Marvel, this is a good spot. You really don't need to know tons. They tease out just enough that you can know, that you can figure out what's going on and go from there. Really, really great debut this week, out this Wednesday, January 9th. I recommend it. This is one I would absolutely pick up, and I would have part of my pull list and be very happy about reading. So it's out in comic shops. You can go get it in comic shops. There's a link beneath this video. You put in your zip code. You'll tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We got affiliate links. You can purchase through that, but it helps support our site because they're affiliate links. But go support your comic shop first and foremost. Forget about this site. Go support comic shops. That's way more important. And speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy. We always appreciate that, and we like to be transparent as to what we get for free so you can determine how full that I am. And of course, I want to thank you for watching as well. If you're into Captain Marvel, Marvel, comics in general, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.